Hi everybody, and thank you for taking the time to take a look at my BMW 850i. A little bit from the history, from the time when that car was created. It was in '83 when BMW looked for a car what needs to be the successor or the follower from the 635 CSI model, but it never was a real successor because it was a completely new design what BMW did. It was the first car with a drive-by-wire throttle, first car with multi-link rear axle, and the draw coefficient was 0.29. They worked on that car from '83 to '87 and spent in today's money around $900 million in the development of the car. What is a boatload of money, what even at that time what BMW spent to get a brand new car, a brand new concept, a GT. And in '89, the car debuted at the Frankfurter Automobile Exhibition and was an absolutely hit at that time. They sold in a few weeks over 6,000 cars, and a little bit later the first 2-year production was sold out. So that is amazing considering that the price of that car was 150,000 German marks at that time, where you could easily buy a Ferrari 328 or a Porsche 928 or a Mercedes 140 coupe. And in dollars, it was around $90,000 at that time. Now let's come to this car here. That car was delivered to the previous owner in October '89. He then stayed with him in Germany till '99 when he moved back to the United States, to California. In 2003, 2004, he moved from California to Florida and unfortunately got ill, and so the next 14, 15 years, the car was barely driven. It was a hobby what he had. He liked his Honda CB250 and he liked his BMW, where he worked on, and what he sometimes with, less skill but very much enthusiasm. So in the last 6 years, his Alzheimer really gotten so bad that he was not able to drive the car at all anymore. It maybe drove 800 miles. And I bought the car in May. That was shortly after he passed away, and drove the car around 3,000 miles since then to find everything out, what is maybe wrong with the car or what needed to be fixed. And there were quite some things what needed to be fixed, even if the car was always garaged and just sitting in the garage. And maybe that is a bad thing, that just sitting in the garage, it's not great, especially not for a car like that. So let's see and get a little bit closer to the car, and let's start with the trunk. The back of the car is just a beautiful conception what BMW did. The lines are beautiful. This is probably the nicest butt right next to the Kardashian, and BMW didn't want to ruin that butt with putting a lock or something like that on the trunk. So what they did is they put the lock inside here. It is covered, so you see here where you can put the key in. You can open and lock the car and lock the trunk. The trunk has, for a GT, a pretty nice trunk. You can put some golf bags in and your shopping, and it also has what unfortunately nobody has in today's time anymore, a full-size spare tire. And let's see how we got in here. What I like a lot is the windows. The glass is absolutely fantastic, by the way. There's no scratches, there's no wear on the, no tears on the glass. It looks like brand new. And so is the inside of the car. When you See the seats, no rips, no tears. The back seats as well in pretty good condition. Okay, let's start it up and go to something what is the most interesting thing, and that is definitely the engine. A 12-cylinder engine, 300 horsepower, that is a lot. So let's open the hood. What is usually when you have a hood, you open that with a lever in the middle. This is a BMW 850 special. You need both hands to open the hood. You push these two little things in, and here it is. Here is your wonderful 12-cylinder engine. And you see that BMW actually put that engine a little bit way back in the rear. It is with no means a mid-engine car, but it helps to distribute the weight more to the center of the car instead to have it in front. If you drive it, especially when you corner it and compare it to a Mercedes 600 SL, you will notice a difference how the car corners, how it goes in curves. It is not that much head lasting, you know. And these here, what you see is whenever the headlights don't coming out, you will be able to use these little rotators here and open them so that you don't drive in the dark. So let's go inside and see what we got here. It also is a lot nicer inside right now because we still have, I think, 90 degrees or so outside, so it's wonderful having the air condition. You have here the window regulators, the window switches. Here is for the mirrors, and then you have your instrument cluster with it shows 151,000 kilometers, what is equal to 93,000 miles, and it is pretty sure that that is a real mileage, even if there was a clerical or mistake done in the time when he brought the car over from Germany. You will see that if you're looking at the Carfax, they did some mistakes by the conversion from miles to kilometer or kilometer to miles. Unfortunately, that happens a lot, but there's no reason to assume that the mileage or the kilometers are not right. Also, what maybe you don't know, there are two computers in the car what actually have to be equal, showing the equal mileage. If you would try to do something and that would trigger a warning light. You can see that here there are no warning lights. I sent in, because like always these pixels by the computer, they going, and I sent them in and they redid that. Still, unfortunately they missed a few pixels, but it's pretty good, so you can see how far you can go with your tank, what is left, and how much you consume. Then the temperature outside is 91, the distance, so you pretty much can check everything here on the computer. If there's an error in the computer, you would have two little arrows showing here, and it also would display what is wrong. Here you have the air condition, and then heating seats. The heating seats have two settings. The one is for regular, it will go off after 5 minutes, or you take setting number 2, and the setting number 2 is a lot more stronger, and then later it will go over to setting number 1 and will stay there. There's an old phone what I just left in. I didn't want to take it out. It's not working. It's not turned on. You can take it out whenever you like. Then we have the glove department. This is a 2 glove departments actually. One is on the bottom and one on the top, one on the bottom. And later there was an airbag by some models, so you only had the bottom glove department. The headliner is pretty good. Here it's a little bit where it starts getting loose. Otherwise the headliner is in great condition. It is very clean. Again, no rips, no tears, nothing. On the left side you have the blinker. On the right side is your wipers, and here is your cruise control. You can, with this one, I don't know if you can see that, this lever will bring the steering wheel closer or further from you. What is I want to mention too is that these are, even in 91, they had the one-touch windows. And really beautiful is that car when you putting all the windows down. And sometimes I don't even use the air conditioner. I just put the windows down, and it is like driving a convertible, and it's really, really nice what it shows, what the wind having from all sides coming in. And the silhouette from that car is absolutely beautiful with having the windows down. And let's see here from the passenger side. Both seats have all kinds of, you can put them up, you can put them down, you can backwards, forwards, all kinds of things what you can do. So pull that a little bit forward and then take a look at the back seats. These back seats are okay. They are wonderful for a little kid, for anybody under 5 foot, or maybe an anorexic model what can fit here. This thing here shows this is the original BMW. Oh, turn it around like this. Original BMW first aid kit. Like I said, not very comfortable to sit in the back, and it's a lot nicer being a passenger in the front. Being a passenger in that car, and that is by most BMWs, you actually are not included in what the driver is doing. When you see this here, the whole cockpit is like a airplane cockpit. Everything is turned to the driver. So what you're doing as a passenger is just enjoying the view. And if you want something, so just ask the driver, hey, can you maybe lower the air conditioner a little bit, or put another station in the radio. Coming to that radio, that is the original BMW radio from 1991, and it works perfect. Let's turn it on.
And we ask for your prayers of those.
And also the cassette player works perfect. I don't want to bother you with that music what is on that cassette. That's the only cassette what I have is actually some German country and western music. So let's, you see, these outlets is also from the AC outlets. There was not enough room to put 4 or 5 outlets, AC outlets, in the car on the dash, so they put on each side of the doors one outlet. What is pretty nice, it keeps the windows not fogging up, and also if you have a little injury on your knees from playing golf. Okay, it cools it down. Let me get around again and show you that paint. What is a wonderful, nice metallic paint. I know in the video it looks like maroon or ruben, but when the sun hits it, you will see it's a metallic paint. I think it's a paint number 259 if I'm named. Here you can see that where the sun comes, it actually really is a metallic paint. And take a look here at the wheels. Here you see it too. Wonderful. So this is like a chameleon, you know, it switches the paint depending how the sun will hit that. And let me show you when you're putting the lights out. So here you have it. This is your 91 850i, and I hope I could show you everything what you need to know about, and told you everything about to know about the car. Otherwise, just feel free to contact me and I will answer all your questions. Thank you so much again for taking a look at my car, and you have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.